Almost live. Yeah, we're live. Oh, now we're live. I know we're live now because the on-air red sign just came on. So apparently we were live for a couple seconds before I even realized it. And so if you ever watch these roundtables and you start hearing things behind the scenes and you just see a logo, you just see the Open Door logo, let us know in the comments below. That'd be wonderful. Oscar knows this is live. Well, y'all know this is live as well. And so we just want to make sure that everything's running as supposed to be running. But anyways, I'm just rambling. As you can tell, it's just me here. It's just me. So I lost Pastor Ken. I lost Pastor Cody. I think I know where Pastor Cody is, but Wednesdays he's typically not in here for the roundtable because he's getting ready for the Thrive Youth Group. So that's a great segue to let you all know that have teens that the Thrive Youth Group is having a movie night this Saturday. And so this Saturday at 6 p.m. up here at the church, they're going to be watching a movie, actually in Fellowship Hall, not in the teen house, but in Fellowship Hall. And so if you have teens and they're going to be joining this, to go ahead and have them bring their chairs, bring something comfortable to sit on, whatever the case is. That way they don't have to sit on the floor unless they want to sit on the floor. I don't know who would want to, but hey, some people do. So have them bring a chair, bring blanket. Do they still wear blankets and have blankets at that age, Oscar? I'm asking my producer this. Do you have any idea? Do teenagers use blankets? He didn't know I was going to ask. I didn't know I was going to ask. It's been so long for Oscar. Oh, it's only been, 30 years or so since you were a teenager? Oh, 20 years. That might be the next odd trivia, though we already used them once. So, how you doing, Joy? How you doing, Mike and Loretta? Happy belated birthday, Mike. Hope you had a great day. So, but like I said, youth group movie night, 6 p.m. on Saturday. So February 3rd, which is a Wednesday. Hey, Mickey. Is a Wednesday. We're going to have a men's leadership team meeting immediately following the service. And so service is at 7, so men's leadership team meeting will happen about 8 o'clock. And I don't believe we had one in a little while now, and so hopefully it's not going to be very long. And I don't imagine it will be because it'll be a weeknight. So, but that's happening on the 3rd. And then as most of you know, if not all of y'all, and have been giving up your menu items, whatever, February 20th, which is a Saturday, Kendrick Farms lunch. And so I've got a lot of people that already replied on the comments, let me know what you would like to order for there. So I'm just transcribing it onto our menu. And then if you're here in person, you can fill it out there. But February 20th is a Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m. We're going to have a church lunch out there at Kendrick Farms. So again, you just go ahead and pay once you're there to get your food. We'll turn in the orders in advance so that they can prepare the food and we don't have to wait forever to go ahead and get the food. Otherwise, the other thing is Pastor Ken and Ms. Jen, they'll be back service this Sunday. So as far as I'm tracking, Pastor Ken, he'll be preaching this Sunday. And so you'll be seeing him. So just continue praying for them and welcome them back. You know, God's been so good during this pandemic and during this COVID, specifically here at Open Door, because we've been able to engage, we've been able to reach, we've been able to just grow digitally as well as in-person service. Last few Sundays in person, we've had probably over 70, 75 people in service because we typically will count the numbers once the kids go to junior church, so we're not counting the kids in that 65 number, and so we're probably around 75 kids in-person service on Sundays, Sunday morning. So it's been a blessing to see just how God is providing just people to come to Open Door, find out that, hey, a church is open, a church is worshiping, church is using precautions, and everything else like that. So, good evening, Hunter. So, just saw Hunter over there. Yeah. So, do you guys want to see Hunter real quick? We've only been talking for about 4 minutes. You don't get a whole lot of talking when it's just me. Otherwise, we're going to have our prayer time here at 7 o'clock. So in the comments, if you're watching right now, go ahead. If you'd like for us to pray for something specific with you, go ahead and let us know what that prayer request is. I'll go ahead and pass it on over to Stephen because he'll be leading the prayer time tonight. For the teaching this evening, we're going to be talking about exercising. We're going to be talking about physical strength. We're going to be talking about really the title. What was the title? It was, I forgot the title. I was about to give you the title, but I forgot it. Let's see. It has something to do with this pandemic. Actually, we're titling it opportunity in injustice. Opportunity in injustice. We see that there's a lot of injustice going on in the world today, not just in America, but in the world. And so a lot of times our first instinct is, survival mode, if you will. And then we'll go ahead and just look at, I just need to make sure that I'm safe, that I'm protected, I don't offend anybody. And even though I don't like these laws and these things that are being passed, what can I do as a Christian? Well, I think a lot of times we're losing opportunity that's right in front of us. And we're going to be talking about what is that opportunity that's right in front of us in the midst of whether it's the COVID pandemic still going on, or whether it's the turmoil of the nation, or whether it's what we're seeing within the churches. Because if you've been following anything, Hillsong Church in New York City had a big to-do about their pastor being really being forced out of the pulpit. Now they're finding out more details within the Hillsong Church out there as far as things that are kind of crooked. And so even within church, you're finding a lot of injustice happening, a lot of people being mismanagers of God's, money. And so we're going to be looking at, through all of these things, what opportunity do we have? Remember, in Acts chapter 4, Acts chapter 5, when the apostles were beaten, they left and they were rejoicing. They were happy that they were able to be persecuted for the name of Christ. And I think that's an opportunity that we're lacking here in America, is to have joy in the moments that we're living in. And so really it's going to be a matter of man or mice type deal as far as how are we going to respond to the nation, to the turmoil, to just everything going on. Can we respond by being a light for Christ, to being that light upon a hill, to be the salt of the earth? Or are we going to respond by sort of just shutting ourselves in and being bitter, or being angry, or being resentful, and missing out opportunities to show people what we believe and why we believe it, and the peace that we can have in the midst of it? So that's about all I can rattle off top of my head. Without anybody here, I can't really do it like Pastor Ken, who can do this by himself. I don't have my partner in crime. I was going to pull Oscar, but then you all wouldn't be able to watch this. So with that being the case, I'm actually going to sign off. This is probably the quickest you've had the roundtable, probably the shortest you've heard me talk. But otherwise, 7:15-ish, tune back in. We're going to have the teaching, the message this evening, opportunity and injustice. So until then, thanks. God bless.